In today's video, we're going to talk about the 5 reasons you're stuck and not growing on YouTube. Without further ado, let's get into the video. How's it going, guys? We're going to talk about the 5 reasons why you're stuck on YouTube and where you're going wrong and why you're not growing on YouTube. The first tip is you need to be based in reality. You need to understand what you're doing wrong and why people are clicking off your video. If you want to be successful on YouTube and you want people to watch your videos, you need to create videos that they care about. So it's really, really important to, at the very, very least, make sure that when you're creating a video, it's going to be something that's adding value to that person. The very first tip is watch your own videos and see where you might be going wrong. Maybe it's something as simple as jump cuts. Maybe you need to learn how to storytell to make those scenes link together and to make people want to keep watching the video. You need to make sure that you're good at storytelling to really create a video that's enjoyable and keeps people engaged in watching that video. Tip number 2 is knowing who your audience is. It's going to be very, very hard to keep somebody interested in your video if you don't actually know who that person is, or you're not even targeting a certain person. How can you make a video that somebody enjoys when you don't even know who that person is? If you just go ahead and throw a dart aimlessly and don't look, how can you expect to hit a bullseye? How can you expect your YouTube channel to blow up when you don't even know who you're targeting? It sounds stupid, it sounds obvious, but there's so many people out there. There's people who are creating videos and they're just aimlessly throwing up videos and expecting them to blow up. That is not how YouTube works. It's actually very, very calculated. YouTube is a business and they want to make the most amount of money. So this screen time that you have is really, really crucial. If you want to grow on YouTube, then whenever a person clicks on your video, you better make sure that if they click on that video, they're going to enjoy that video. If they click on that video and then they watch it for 10 seconds, that's really going to hurt that video, and it's very, very unlikely for it to take off in the future because those very first clicks, they were not engaging, and that's telling YouTube, that's telling the YouTube algorithm this video is not going to do well, and therefore they're going to take it off that screen time and they're going to let a more popular video take that screen time. It's very, very crucial that you make sure that every click counts, and that's why it's super, super important that if you want to blow up on YouTube, you really think about who your audience is. Tip number 3 is moving even further than this and understanding some quick editing tips that you can actually use to keep people engaged in your video. This one can be as simple as having a couple of different camera angles. Camera angles are really, really helpful to keep people focused on your video. You need to realize that doing different angles is really going to help you keep focused on that video. Like in movies, they have so many different camera angles, they have so many jump cuts, they have B-roll, they have all these things to keep you engaged. If you just have one camera angle, just sitting in front of a camera, talking to the camera, it's going to be really boring and highly unlikely that someone's going to keep watching that video when they're just not really that interested. So a really sneaky little tip is to have different camera angles and to add B-roll. These are some really simple editing hacks that really can help you keep your audience engaged, and that's really going to help you get your average view duration up, get your watch time up, and that's going to help YouTube to know who your audience is and who to show your videos to. But they're only going to do this if, one, they know who your audience is, viewed by the right people, and if those people that are viewing it are enjoying the video, YouTube goes, okay, this person enjoyed it. I'm going to share more of this creator's videos with that viewer, but also they're going to share that video with similar people that watch similar videos to that particular viewer. Tip number 4 is really focusing on your YouTube channel. And what do I mean by this? It's actually really important to think about what your YouTube channel name is. Think about your YouTube banner. Really think about what it is that your YouTube channel is for and who your audience is. Now, this is very, very similar to understanding who your audience is, but creating a platform that is going to make sense with that viewer. You can't be creating different videos for different types of people because, once again, then you're not really targeting anybody. You're going to end up your video being shown to the wrong types of people. They're not going to be interested. They're going to click off the video, and then YouTube is not going to share that video. That's a very, very fast way for that video to flop and to not do well. It's because it's reaching the wrong audience. The people that are viewing it are not interested. They're clicking off the video, and then essentially that video dies because YouTube is not going to keep sharing it because the people that have watched it were not interested. And tip number 5 is going to be probably the most important one out of everything, is you need to understand that thumbnails matter and titles matter. If you want to reach the right audience, you need to make sure that your thumbnail is eye-catching, it's going to make somebody click on it, because before you even get to the video, before you even get to average view duration and making sure that person enjoys that video, they got to click on the thumbnail. So that's why it's really, really important that you have a thumbnail that is highly clickable, and that if somebody sees that thumbnail, they're going to know exactly what your video is about and they're going to want to click on it. Moving on from this, it's really important to have an eye-catching title as well. The title is really, really important because it needs to be searchable. If it's not searchable, nobody's going to find that video in the first place. So making sure that it's searchable is really, really important. And like I said, making sure that the thumbnail is eye-catching and clickable. Someone, when they see that thumbnail, they're not going to keep on scrolling. They're going to go, oh, what is this? And they're going to be engaged and click on that video. So if you want to have a successful YouTube channel, make sure you follow these 5 tips and you really will make a difference just by following these really basic steps to really get you off the ground and to start getting views. Then you really will start to see a snowball effect as you're reaching a larger audience. That's it. Actually, how you have a successful YouTube channel is you got to get that ball rolling and eventually it's going to take off. But that's not going to happen if the ball stops. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe down below. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure you check out this video of how you can go from 0 to 20,000 subscribers and how I did the same thing.